Italy is one of the most gorgeous countries in Europe, if not the entire globe. My affection for our country is almost as strong as my love for chocolate-flavored things, for which I have no remorse and no reason to apologize. Some of my favorites are the stunning Tuscan towns, the stunning Cinque Terre, and the charming canals of Venice, to name a few, but beyond the awareness and excitement of wanting to see its famous cities, there's so much to consider and see when planning a trip, which inspired me to share my very own tips worth knowing before you gallivant off to Italy. 1. You will become disoriented. And, unfortunately, getting disoriented in Italy, especially when driving over perilous mountain passes like Cinque Terre, isn't always as enjoyable as you might expect. Even if you enjoy the thought of getting lost in Italy, it is always a good idea to download an offline map to your smartphone, or use Google Maps offline feature. It will save you a lot of time when navigating the winding alleyways of Venice, Florence, and pretty much any Tuscan village you visit. 2. Italy is more than just the country's mainland. There's so much to see within the boot that is Italy. This is how Italy looked to me as a youngster, and it's kind of stuck now, but don't forget about the many little and large islands that you can find as well. To mention a few of the many Mediterranean islands waiting to be explored, visit Sicily, Sardinia, Elba, and Levanzo. 3. Gelato is too good to pass up. Italy has the best ice cream in the world. Strange but true. I've yet to locate a place or country that improves it. Gelato is accessible on most streets and is a relatively inexpensive and delicious dessert that will brighten you up after a hefty lunch. 4. Get a free drink. In town squares, cities such as Rome, Florence, and Venice all have absolutely safe, clean, and free drinking water. Take a reusable bottle or refill your store-bought bottle, SHHHH, don't tell the water companies, and you'll save a lot of money. 5. Dinner is not hurried. Dinner is seldom rushed in Italy, especially in the south. It's a calm affair to enjoy with family and friends. Accept the culture and accept everything in stride. 6. Card payments are accepted. Card payments are virtually universally accepted. Keep a few pennies and tiny bills on hand in case you need minor products. Some establishments have minimum expenditures. 7. Italy has some beautiful beaches. Italy is more than just the cityscapes of Florence, Milan, and Venice. Don't miss out on one of the thousands of lovely beaches that along its stunning coastline. Beautiful white sand beaches may be found in places like Terracina. 8. Trains are fantastic. Take the train if you wish to travel between cities. Italy has an amazing high-speed railway network that connects cities such as Rome, Florence, and Venice, to mention but a few. 9. Confirm train, bus tickets. Speaking of trains, don't forget to stamp your ticket in the small machines seen on buses and trains. If the inspectors catch you, you will be penalized even if you were unaware or were not informed. A ticket validating machine is located on all public trains, buses, and, typically, at the platform's beginning. 10. The north and south are drastically different. Italy's north and south are almost like two different countries. The north is a more industrialized, continental European region, whereas the south has a lot more laid-back Mediterranean atmosphere. Both are wonderful and quite different. 11. Volcanoes can be found in Italy. Yes, there are some spectacular and still active volcanoes to explore in Italy. You may even trek to the top of them, similar to Mount Etna in Sicily. 12. Pompeii. When we're talking about volcanoes, have you heard of Pompeii? The ruined city that was devastated many years ago by a volcanic eruption. You can visit this UNESCO World Heritage Site and learn about one of history's most renowned volcanic eruptions, after the 2010 Iceland ash cloud, of course. 13. Study some fundamental Italian. Nobody expects you to be fluent in Italian when visiting Italy, though it is a big benefit if you are. Remember a few words and sayings to help you get by. A few words in the mother tongue will put a grin on anyone's face. 14. Dress modestly when visiting religious locations. Many venues require women to cover their shoulders and legs when entering churches. Consider this when visiting holy sites, particularly the Vatican, technically not Italy, but nonetheless. 15. Truffle hunting. Truffles are a big deal in Italy. They are cherished components in many Italian cuisines and can be found all across the country. If you're going truffle hunting, read more about truffle hunting here. Make sure to get it to the market right away because they can fetch thousands of pounds. Price is size dependent, of course. 16. Cinque Terre are the 5 towns you must see. It's all in the name, roughly translated as 5 zones of terrains. It's one of Italy's most gorgeous areas. Don't forget to stop by if you're in the area. Take the railway between the towns. Take my word for it. It only takes a few minutes by train or about an hour by vehicle. 17. Make wine your preferred beverage. Wine is cheap and of high quality in Italy. Profit from the low pricing and enjoy one of its delightful exports. Good wines can be purchased for as little as €3 per bottle. 18. Summer and winter temperatures can be fairly extreme here. Summers in Italy can be extremely hot, with bitterly cold winters, particularly in the north. It may seem obvious, but there is quite a range of temperatures in Italy, unlike locations like the UK, depending on the day you plan to visit, so arrive suitably equipped. 19. Tuscany is the best spot in the world for steak. Grab a massive steak Florentine in Tuscany and experience one of the world's greatest steaks. It will cost you little more than an ordinary meal, but it is well worth it. The sizes are rather large, so I'd recommend sharing one unless you have a lion's appetite. 20. A gondola can be expensive. Hiring a gondola for 30 minutes in Venice can cost you a hefty coin. There are regular charges, but it's worth noting that you may get it much cheaper if you haggle with the gondoliers. A gondola should be priced according to the boat, not the number of passengers. You can normally fit up to 6 people in one, not as romantic, but just as entertaining. 21. Obtain your EHIC card. If you are from the EU, you should always have a completely free EHIC card, never pay for one. It is provided by the government wherever you live and provides you to the same similar healthcare benefits as you would in your home country, though it should never be considered a substitute for travel insurance. 22. Consume pizza. This is the only country where you may eat freshly cooked pizza guilt-free. In practically every town in Italy, you can get some doughy pleasure from a little booth. The ideal spots to get one are usually quiet side alleys away from major squares and tourist sites. A slice is usually affordable and quite good. Like seriously, it tastes like nothing you'd get even in London's fanciest restaurants. It's so much better than anything else. 23. Skiing is possible in Italy. Many people are unaware that skiing is possible in Italy, which is more commonly associated with lovely long summer days. If you enjoy a little swish down the slopes, go no further than the magnificent routes in the Italian Alps. There are some fantastic resorts here that can compete with some of the world's best in Switzerland and France. 24. Cappuccino is a breakfast beverage. Cappuccino, traditionally a breakfast coffee, is typically consumed in the mornings in Italy. If you can't live without your nightly cappuccino, try a latte instead, hot milk, instead of frothed milk like a cappuccino. 25. There are countries within Italy. Yes, there are genuine countries within Italy. San Marino, like the Vatican, is its own country. Both are magnificent and definitely worth a visit. 26. Lots of bubble, no champagne. Sparkling wine is a beloved evening pleasure for many of us. Surely it can't be just me. Don't forget to drink some local prosecco and immerse yourself in a world of bubbles and joy. 27. Making the scarpetta is a must. No pasta meal is complete without the act of fare la scarpetta, which means using your bread to soak up all of the excess sauce on your dinner plate. It's nearly a dinner ritual in Italy and a family custom in many Italian households. This is why bread is frequently left on restaurant tables. Put that butter away. 28. Bread will cost you. And not just in the hip-widening department. Restaurants will usually place bread on your table without alerting you of the charge until you look at your bill after your dinner, so be aware that you may be charged a small fee. Always ask if you're unsure and don't want the extra cost. 29. Venice, it appears, is sinking. Venice, Italy's renowned city, appears to be sinking. Let us hope that this magnificent city does not vanish anytime soon. 30. Italian road journeys are enjoyable. Don't let Italy's reputation for enthusiastic drivers and roads put you off. If you can drive, you should absolutely rent a car and explore some of Italy's numerous hidden jewels. Especially if you live in a big city like Pisa or Florence, because the Tuscan countryside is just as intriguing to see as its major towns.